Syloki's quest, Echoes of a Whisper, began with a shadowy lead suggesting a connection to the Ciphers, an enigmatic group known for their advanced technology and secrecy. Driven by both curiosity and necessity, she set out to uncover the truth behind their operations. Her journey, however, was fraught with challenges from the very beginning. The mission kicked off when Syloki received a tip-off about a mysterious task tied to the Ciphers. The lead suggested that Ollie might be a key player, so Syloki made her move. She shadowed him through the dimly lit streets of Doskvol, her steps light and her senses sharp. But after hours of following, Syloki's frustration grew. She had been tailing a man who, though connected to the Ciphers, was not the person she needed. The man in question was Elias Wren, an antiquities dealer with a reputation for dealing in rare and valuable artifacts. As Syloki trailed him to an antique shop in Silkshore, she realized her mistake. Elias was a fixture in Doskvol's underground market, and his connections, though not immediately apparent, could be crucial to her investigation. Her attention turned to Elias as he entered the shop. With practiced stealth, Syloki observed through the dusty window. Elias exchanged a small, ornately designed box with the shop owner. The box bore symbols strikingly similar to those associated with the Echoes of a Whisper emblem. Syloki's pulse quickened. This was the lead she needed. Later that evening, Syloki followed Elias to a secluded tavern. She slipped into a shadowy corner and listened intently as Elias conversed with a group of cloaked figures. Her heart raced as she caught snippets of their conversation. "Cipher tech," one figure murmured, their voice barely audible over the low hum of the tavern. "The whispering wall has been activated." Elias, glancing around cautiously, nodded. "We need to be careful. The less people know, the better." Syloki's mind raced. The pieces were falling into place. Elias was more than just a middleman, he was deeply involved with the Ciphers. Her focus sharpened as she prepared to confront him. But first, she needed to follow the shop owner, Alaric, who had taken the box to the docks. As Syloki trailed Alaric, her instincts guided her through the twisting alleyways. When she reached the docks, she saw Alaric meet with a group of rough individuals. They exchanged the box for a pouch of coins and a rolled-up blueprint. Syloki, ever vigilant, captured an image of the blueprint with her magical device before slipping away. The blueprint seemed to depict a complex piece of machinery, its design hinting at cipher technology. Syloki's excitement was tempered by the realization of the danger she faced. She knew she had to tread carefully. Her next move was to investigate Alaric. She watched him closely as he headed to a hidden back room of his shop. With her usual stealth, Syloki attempted to pick the lock to gain access. However, her efforts were interrupted when she accidentally triggered a small bell, alerting Alaric to her presence. Alaric's voice cut through the tension. "Who's there? Come out and show yourself." Syloki's heart raced as she fumbled with her veil device, hoping to obscure the room in darkness. "This is not what it looks like," she called out, her voice steady despite her fear. Alaric's footsteps echoed as he moved closer. "I don't take kindly to intruders. What's your business here?" Syloki, her mind racing for a quick escape, tried to calm her nerves. "I'm just looking for some information. I must have mistaken your shop for another." As Alaric's shadow loomed closer, Syloki's attempt to activate the veil resulted in only a feeble dimming of the room. Alaric's gaze hardened. "You're lying. This is no place for curiosity seekers. You have exactly 5 seconds to explain yourself before things get unpleasant." In her desperation, Syloki reached for her trance powder, but the powder spilled onto herself instead of Alaric. She felt a wave of drowsiness hit her. "No, wait. This is a mistake," she pleaded, struggling to stay alert. Alaric, seizing the moment, lunged at her. "Enough games. You're coming with me." Syloki was swiftly overpowered by Alaric and his shop assistants. Her attempts to defend herself were futile as the assistants surrounded her. Alaric's grip was firm as he disarmed her and pinned her against the wall. "Listen," Syloki said, her voice strained, "I don't want trouble. I was just trying to find out more about the artifacts." Alaric's eyes narrowed. "Artifacts, you say? This is not the place for your kind of inquiry. You're meddling in things you don't understand." With a surge of determination, Syloki decided to try a different approach. "Look, there's been a misunderstanding. I was looking for a gift for a friend. I must have gotten the wrong shop. I meant no harm." Alaric, though skeptical, seemed to hesitate. "A gift, you say? What exactly were you looking for?" Syloki seized the opportunity. "A rare book, perhaps. Something of value, but I clearly made a mistake." Alaric, still wary, studied her with a mixture of suspicion and contemplation. "We don't deal in books or trinkets here. Be careful with your next steps. Doskvol's shadows are unforgiving." As Alaric released his hold, Syloki took a shaky breath, her heart pounding. She knew she had to leave before things escalated further. The shop assistants, though still eyeing her with suspicion, allowed her to slip away into the night. Syloki's escape was a bittersweet victory. The confrontation with Alaric had forced her to reassess her approach. Realizing the need for alliances and enhanced skills, she decided to use her downtime to rebuild her network and improve her abilities. Syloki reached out to the Dimmer sisters, seeking insights into the mystical artifacts she had encountered. Meeting with Harleen Quinzel, the enigmatic leader of the Dimmer sisters, Syloki carefully presented her case. "I've come across some artifacts linked to the ciphers and am interested in learning more. I'm willing to offer assistance or exchange information in return." Harleen, intrigued but cautious, agreed to consider Syloki's proposal. "Your offer is intriguing. We'll see what we can do. I suggest you stay cautious, though. The shadows hold many secrets." Syloki also contacted Xavier, a member of the ciphers. In their discreet meeting, she carefully pitched her interest in cipher technology. "I'm eager to understand more about the cipher's operations. I'd be willing to collaborate or assist in any way that might be mutually beneficial." Xavier, always guarded, listened intently. "Your interest is noted. We'll keep in touch. But tread carefully, trust is hard-earned in this city." In addition to networking, Syloki focused on enhancing her combat skills. She sought out Corin, a seasoned fighter, for private training. During their sessions, Syloki pushed her limits, learning new techniques and improving her strength and agility. Corin was a stern instructor but recognized Syloki's determination. "You've got potential, but you need to focus. The streets of Doskvol don't forgive mistakes." Syloki's hard work paid off. Her combat skills improved, and she felt more confident navigating the dangerous landscape of Doskvol. Her interactions with key players and factions had left a mark on the city's underworld. The repercussions of Syloki's investigation were evident. Elias's connection to the ciphers created ripples in the underworld, making the ciphers more cautious and increasing scrutiny on their activities. Alaric's suspicion led him to tighten security, affecting his dealings with clients. Syloki's reputation began to grow. Her ability to navigate secrets, confront adversaries, and forge alliances established her as a significant player in Doskvol. Her actions and connections set the stage for new opportunities and challenges, reshaping the dynamics of power and influence in the city's shadowy realm. As Doskvol's landscape continued to evolve, Syloki's journey through deception, confrontation, and negotiation underscored the complexities of navigating a city where shadows held both peril and promise. Her adventure had not only impacted her own path but also contributed to the ever-shifting narrative of intrigue and power in Doskvol.